Hey guys, it's Eric. Hope you're all having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a chest and arms workout. Enjoy. The first exercise of today's chest workout was the flat bench press. And I did some warm-up sets with 35 and 60 pound dumbbells, which I didn't show, and then I moved into 135. And I do it for 13 here, but usually I just go between 10 and 15 reps depending on the day. It's really just to stretch the shoulders. I moved into 185 for a set of 8. And after that set of 8, I went to 225 for a set of 6, but that was really just going to failure. So you'll notice that after the set of 6 with the 225 that the camera changes, and this is because I recorded the first 3 clips on one day but never ended up using them in a video. So rather than re-record them, since I started the chest workouts with the exact same exercises, I figured I'd just use the clips. So the next exercise was a chained bench press, and I went with 135 plus the chains, and I did 3 sets of failure here. And on this first set I was able to get 20, but this exercise really fatigues your chest quickly, and by the next few sets I was only able to get maybe 14 and 12, so it declined significantly from the first set. I know a lot of gyms don't have chains, but they are absolutely brutal. So if your gym does and you don't use them often, I would recommend at least trying them out. The second exercise I moved into was dips. And I started off with 2 sets of about 12 to 15 reps here. That doesn't seem like a lot of reps. There was a long way to go ahead of us, so I didn't want to tire myself out too much to the point where I wouldn't be able to perform the next exercises. The next 2 sets of dips, I used a 3-second count on the negatives with a pause at the bottom to tax the chest as much as I possibly could and really give it a great stretch. For the last set of dips, I went back to a normal speed, but I used a technique here where when I get to the point where I can't do any more dips, so I've reached failure, I set myself back up at the top of the range of motion and slowly control the negative. And this is a great way to build more muscle because the muscle actually forms in the negative when you're stretching it and tearing it. So while I can't do any more reps here, I jump back up and I slowly let myself down, and I repeat that process for a few more reps. The next exercise was a decline dumbbell press, and I left this clip in here just so you guys can see how fatigued my chest was after the first 2 exercises, because this weight was only 75 pounds, which on this exercise I could normally get for maybe 12 to 15 reps, but it wasn't going up for more than 6. So I lightened the weight to 50 pounds. This way I could stay in that 12 to 15 rep range. And immediately after I finished my sets, I would drop the dumbbells and move straight into a decline sit-up. This is a technique that I sometimes use to improve the efficiency of my workouts. Rather than waiting until I'm all completely finished with my chest and arms before I do some abs, I can throw abs right into the middle of my sets and my rest periods. I don't recommend doing this on heavy compound exercises like squats and deadlifts or even bench press, because then you can tire yourself out unnecessarily and you won't have as much strength to do those exercises. The last chest exercise was an incline hammer press. So for the first 2 sets, I would do this unilaterally, which means one arm at a time. And to do this, I position my body in a sort of sideways position on the bench in order to work and target the inside of my chest more. You can see it better while I'm working my left side, that I'm pushing across my chest rather than just pushing straight out, and that across the chest motion is what uses the inside of your chest. And finally, after those 2 sets, I did another 2 sets sitting normally in the machine and pressing straight out, and I did this for sets of 10 to 15 with lighter weight than I was using on the first 2 sets. For the arm portion of the workout, I kept it simple and just did 2 exercises, which were cable bicep curls and tricep pushdowns. So I would superset the 2 exercises, which means after I finished one exercise, which was the biceps to start, I would then move over to the tricep extension and go immediately into that. I did 6 sets of both the curls and the extensions, and for the first 3 sets I had my hands narrow on the bar, as you'll see in this view, and for the second 3 sets I positioned my hands wider on the bar. Here's the recording of the tricep extensions, and I kept my hands pretty much straight up in the middle of the bar, not too narrow, not too wide, and I used a straight bar. But if you don't have a straight bar or you don't like a straight bar, you can definitely use a V-bar or an easy curl bar or ropes, or whichever you prefer. I would recommend using different bars on different workouts just to give your muscles a change of pace so they're not used to the same thing every time. And different grips will affect the way your muscles work, so it's always good to vary that.
I hope you got a lot out of today's video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment below what you'd like to see in future videos. Have a great day, and thanks for tuning in.